Hello, my people. Welcome back to Christy TV. Atiku blast Tinubu. He said, I'm not a bigot like you. Didn't refund money for drug trafficking. Wickedness is your exclusive preserve. No be small thing, my country people. The presidency statement accused Atiku, who unsuccessfully sought the presidency 6 times of attempting to undermine his administration. It labeled Atiku's economic proposals as grand illusions and fantasies. This is what our own president, known as Tinubu, said to Atiku that made him to blast him like loaded. He said, my country people, that Atiku unsuccessfully sought the presidency for about 6 consecutive times. Atiku Abubakar, a former vice president and the 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has dismissed accusations from the President Bola Tinubu's camp that he is envious of the president. According to the reports, they said that President Tinubu on information and strategy asserted that Atiku's plan lacked originality and failed to address the country's pressing economic realities. The presidency statement accused Atiku, who unsuccessfully sought the presidency 6 times of attempting to undermine his administration and labeled Atiku's economic proposal as grand illusions and fantasies, like I said earlier. So this statement went on to say that Atiku's arrogance and lack of viable solutions to the country's economic challenges contributed to his defeat in 6 presidential elections. But Atiku's aide, Frank Shaibu, in his statement on Monday, said that Atiku cannot be jealous of Tinubu for inflicting pain on Nigerians, stressing wickedness is an exclusive preserve of T-Pain. Shaibu said that, unlike Tinubu, Atiku is not a bigot, refunded money to the US for alleged drug trafficking. According to him, Atiku, a former presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in the year 2023 general election, said that President Tinubu's economic policies and approach to governance is killing Nigerians, and this should be his focus rather than attacking the opposition, which is not in the saddle. Atiku said on July 8, 2024, that Tinubu announced an import duty on essential goods like food will be lifted for 150 days. But over 120 days later, the policy is yet to take off. While Nigerians continue to die daily to increased costs, including food inflation, which now exceeds 40%, the highest in decades, the brazen disobedience to a government policy by Tinubu's appointees, and the failure of the finance ministry to issue a gazette after over 4 months reflects the fatuousness, inanity, and the incompetence that characterizes Tinubu's administration. Sadly, rather than focus on governance, they are preoccupied with verbally assaulting their opponents. Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi, while using compromised calls to foster crisis in the opposition, what he shared. He argued that Tinubu's abysmal performance in the last 18 months had made it clear to all Nigerians that he came into office unprepared. Hence, the many policy flip-flops that has so far characterized his tenure. According to the former vice president, Tinubu was obviously unprepared for office. He acts first and thinks of the consequences afterwards. This was why he announced an abrupt removal of petrol subsidy without any cushions. After seeing the effect, he then hurriedly decided to push a CNG initiative, which even he and his ministers have not embraced. Hence, the refusal to use the CNG initiative has so far failed to fully kick off because of a lack of gas infrastructure in most states. The result is that transport costs continue to soar along with prices of food. In his midterm expenditure framework, he projected the exchange rate at 700 naira per dollar in 2024 and 640 naira per dollar by 2025. Rather than sack his economic advisors, he continued to live in a fool's paradise, deceiving Nigerians about the FX reserve of $40 billion when, in fact, the net reserves are less than 20% of that. Let the CBN release its financial statement of 2023 if he is sure of his achievements. Article described as unfortunate the announcement by the military authorities on the emergence of a new terrorist organization known as La Kurawa in the north amid existing Boko Haram, ISWAP bandits, and other terror groups in the country. He argued that coupled with the incessant grid collapses in the north due to the activities of criminal elements, Tinubu ought to focus more on improving security, which is a sine qua non for investment. Atiku further noted that the president had decided to play politics which within security
This
by
Brazil,
having
unlike
statements of
Tinubu,
security
Atiku is not
arrangements
a
with
bigot.
others.
He has
In
also
the
not refunded
economy,
money
he
to the
put his
United
statement
States
in
for
every
alleged drugs
opposition
trafficking.
beginning from
He
the
said that
enactment
despite
of
a huge
paid
revenue
manifesto.
challenge, Tinubu commits over $13 billion to the controversial Lagos Calabar
Coastal Highway, rendering scores of Lagos residents homeless just to please his associate, while other pressing matters are starved of funds. Atiku therefore advised Tinubu to make hay while the sun shines, as Nigerians had grown tired of his administration. He said the president had just barely 2 years left in office and he should focus on improving the lives of the people. According to him, it is ludicrous to claim that Atiku is jealous of Tinubu. Hell no, Atiku cannot be jealous of Tinubu inflicting pains on Nigerians. Wickedness is an exclusive preserve of Tinubu, and no compassionate leader who truly cares about the well-being of Nigerians should be jealous of what is an exclusive preserve of TPEN. Atiku added that it is disheartening that during the last protest, some frustrated young Nigerians were waving Russian flags and calling on the military to take over. God forbid return to those dark days, but leaders must not push their citizens to a point where criticisms choose fire over frying pan. Nigeria is currently the worst performing currency in Africa and is now the fifth largest economy on the continent, failing from first when the failure called APC took over in 2015. Most Nigerians are at their wits' end, not knowing where their next meal will come from. This should be Tinubu's biggest concern instead of fiddling while the country is burnt. My country people, this is Atiku Abubakar's response to President Tinubu's blast yesterday. What is your opinion regarding this? Now they have now shifted from celebrities fighting each other to now politicians fighting each other. Is this the way to solve problems in Nigeria, or is it a way of solving problems or trying to, divert attention of citizens of Nigeria to the concerned stuff? What is your opinion regarding this? Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn on the notification button so that you get notified of all latest Nigerian news. Christy TV got you covered. I love you guys and stay tuned for more.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity, and you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Unless I give you adequate reasons why I couldn't deliver.